By the right of the council, by the will of the force, welcome back into another episode of the Galaxy Famous Jedi Talk podcast. And we're all across the galaxy today. We are actually not in the same room together and are literally in, well, Brad's back in Eastern time zone, so we're in two different time zones. Hi, I'm Tom Oakley. Thank you for joining Jedi Talk. Joining me as always is the full council from those different places in the galaxy. I'll start normally to the man who's sitting to my left, but right now he's complete east and a little southeast of me in Orlando, Florida. Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the hell are you today?
Hello there, everybody, and happy Life Day, by the way.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because you were there, sir, were you not?
I 10 minutes ago was on Batu celebrating Life Day.
How was it? Regale us with the tale.
Actually, not too packed and crowded, but it was just enough of the... I don't know how to really describe them. Not everyone that has cool sabers are like this, but there were too many saber snobs, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that's fair.
God, I fucking hate those people.
Yeah, so we had to hightail it out of there for that.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it was awesome. Like, it felt like being on the Halcyon almost, because like over half of the people had on costumes.
Oh, wow. Wow. So,
that was wild.
Well, speaking of saber snobs, usually the man directly across from me is Brad, the Manly Hughes. Brad, how the hell are you today?
I'm fucking cold, you guys. It is
where the hell are
freezing
you?
in Kentucky. Well, I was in Kentucky, and I froze my ass off for 4 days in Kentucky. And then now I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, where it's still fucking cold, and I'm ready to get back to the warmth. I miss Orlando.
When are you coming back?
After Thanksgiving sometime.
Yeah, that's what
So I'm up here for like 12 days or something, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'll be back around that time too. But yeah, not terribly a bunch to talk about Star Wars wise. I mean, we have Andor. We're gonna do ourselves a top 10 episode this week as well. But what the hell else has been going on? Has there been any news at the park? I saw Disneyland actually is starting to resell their Magic Keys again. So yay!
I saw that, and I saw the annual prices being increased here but in Orlando.
Yes.
I don't know what Disney's doing, man. I really don't. I'm very. There's a 1 day, 1 park ticket to Magic Kingdom being almost $200 is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like, that has gone up so much. When I first started working at Disney 6 to 7 years ago, a 1 day, 1 park ticket was like $112, and that had just gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And people, and like almost double that in 6 years. I mean, where are we going to be 6 years from now? Is it going to be $400 a day to get to Magic Kingdom?
I don't want to think.
We are going to be broke. That's where we're going to be.
I just don't see where. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing. Like, it's. I mean, I know what they're trying to make more money, but is it going to kind of even out? Like, if you have the same amount of money but less people, you didn't really accomplish anything. You just made people who can't come. You know, it's very odd, and it's just odd that they keep doing it and they keep getting backlash and they don't care, and they keep doing it and they keep getting backlash and they don't care and they just keep doing it. It's very strange to me.
I don't know. I've been seeing this online, but you know, everyone's calling for Bob to go, but no one's really made mentions of the other guy down there with Josh E.D.
Josh Damar, they both
Yep.
got to go.
Yep.
He's the guy. He's the parks guy. So
Yeah,
it's
1,000%.
Unless he's like just suffering fools until he gets that job, but I don't see that being the case.
Evan,
I don't know.
How much of the merch was out this year for Life Day versus last year? Speaking of what Disney's trying to profit and make money off of. Speaking of pushing merch.
Honestly, it was probably more Life Day merch than last year. The only thing that was excluded was there were no orbs this year. But they had full-on, fuzzy robes, like bathrobes that were red that said Life Day on them. They had 1 billion T-shirts, 1 billion, mugs, billion hats. They had a Magic Band Plus that says Life Day 22, or 2022. So that was kind of cool.
That's good.
Thank you for
into
grabbing
Magic
that for me,
Bands.
by the way.
Yeah, dude, no problem. I knew that was right up your alley, so I knew you had to have it.
100%.
Same amount of merchandise, but just no orbs, which is weird because they had a physical orb that you could take PhotoPass pictures with this year.
Guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Guys.
What's up, fuckers?
Oh, God.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Ah!
You K-bombed us.
I K-bombed you, yeah. We did it to us, and now we got to do it back to you.
I love it. What's up, man?
Nothing much. What's going on?
Oh, just how it was a great show up until this point.
Oh, now it's a better show. That's right.
And that'll do it for this week's episode of Jedi Talk. So
It's the first time Evan's ever closed a show, guys. Look at that.
that's true. Be the last time too.
Yeah. Hey,
how's everything up in Chicago, you small man?
It fucking
should,
sucks.
but
It's
you
It's been
you're
snowing
not.
every day.
What'd you say,
Fucking
Tom?
It
Oh.
keeps fucking snowing now. It's
Shut
bullshit.
up, kids meal.
Kids meal. Jesus Christ.
Hey, that's pretty good. Kids meal.
Good.
Wow.
Not bad, right?
Yeah,
What
not
was-
bad.
What was the
Okay.
best McDonald's kids toys that we got growing up? Because my vote would have been the Looney Tunes dressing up as DC characters.
Oh, I know my answer off the top of my head. It's the ones from the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh.
They had like a Tails that like, if I remember right, you like, there's one of those things you like a was it not Polly Pocket? What was like the unicorn thing where you rip it and it spins off the thing? They had one like that. They had a Sonic you could like press a button on and it looked like he was running really fast with the fire behind him. Those were the shit.
That's
those
cool.
old school Sonic toys. I love those.
Kyle, Evan, what were your
I don't
favorite?
know. I'm thinking like I remember
What'd you get
getting
in your
like
Happy Meal
Beanie
last
Babies.
week, Kyle?
What?
What'd you get in your Happy Meal last week?
Do they even still serve Happy Meals? I haven't.
Fuck yeah.
I don't. They do, and they have toys and shit in there.
Yeah, dude. Unless you live in California.
Do they really not do that in California?
No, I don't think so. I think they're not allowed to. I think like having. I know that was a rule at one point. They were like outlawing Happy Meals because it was like promoting obesity, but now it's okay to be fat. The left is retarded.
Yeah, that's communism right there.
If you want to
Now
get
there's-
fat, you can get fat.
Now there's neutral. Everything's neutral. Food neutral now. There's no such thing as bad food.
Yeah, neutral food.
That's my favorite thing of the last
And-
25 years for sure.
Can food change its identity?
No,
Of
but
course,
there's no such,
yeah.
but there's no such thing as bad food now. The only thing that's bad would be if it's poison.
Food is in a
LA
spectrum.
Unified School District. Yeah, LA Unified did a video where they were talking about that like food is there's no such thing as bad food, and the lady that was saying that there's no such thing as bad food is like the CEO of a snack food company. So go figure that one out.
I'm gonna say my donut identifies as a salad.
Fuck you, Kyle. You're an
That's
idiot.
perfect.
Sounds good to me.
So I'll tell
Load me up.
everybody that I eat donuts all the time.
Yeah, dude,
But that
Krispy
really
Kreme
is salad.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my fat to just stop growing. Hey, it was a salad.
Yeah, it was oh, okay. I'll metabolize that different. Here comes the rush of diarrhea. Hashtag
Thanks for
rush.
letting me know.
Thanks for letting me know. Hey guys, we can fight about Black Panther 2 right now if you want.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Kyle, I don't even know what your take is yet.
Yeah.
I know what Tom's dumbass take is.
Go to hell. You know, I'm in charge of the soundboard over here today. Y'all can't hear it, so
I can't. I know. I can't even
Oh,
hear.
no.
That's gonna
Has
be
Evan
bad.
seen it? Evan, have you seen it?
No,
Nah,
let me guess.
I'll-
No, but he won't.
yeah.
I'll
he's
wait
right.
to see it on Disney Plus when it's free or something. Like I just don't care.
I actually just found Spider-Man No Way Home for like $8 tonight. So it was like I picked that up at the store. But anyway,
You had to rub that one in.
That's
yeah, I
that
just had
is
to throw
a-
that in.
What a rousing endorsement. You bought it for $8. You wouldn't buy it when it was first out. So you had to buy it at a discount.
Well, I waited because they came out with it again. Because like they added more content, so I'm like, okay, I gotta wait for it to buy it because there's more content now.
That's fair.
Right.
So,
And so it
Uh,
got cheaper.
well, I mean, I don't think the movie. I think it was just a discount. I think it was like a holiday sale. But anyway, I liked Wakanda Forever. I think I was telling Tom this, like the, or I don't know. We didn't actually talk about this
No.
on air, did we?
No, but let's
Okay.
just talk about it now, yeah.
So the movie was really long, I would say, but I did like it. I think, this was very atypical for a Marvel movie because it was such a heavy movie. Like there's some like levity in it, but man, it was like, it kind of like really, after almost 3 hours, you're like, okay, I've had enough. You know.
I think I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that bald-headed demon comment for the soundboard when I can. That was hilarious.
But I thought the acting was like phenomenal. I thought the Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, she did like excellent. And Queen Ramonda, who plays that's Angela Bassett, she also like acted the hell. These two like acted the hell out of it. I'd say the
Probably
villain.
Pretty easy thing to act. I mean, like he was such a beloved guy, and like.
Yeah, I don't even think they had to like really take time to get there. I think they were already there, so that makes sense.
Hold on,
this is
one
a good
second. I think this is a good thing to see. Have you guys seen the video of when they were asking? Somebody's got an opinion on Black Panther 2 back there.
It's my parents' dog.
No,
Molly. Shut up.
You're fine. Winston always yells about God knows what on Fourth Mother Box. So, they asked Chadwick Boseman, like, where's King T'Challa going to be? This is at like a movie premiere. Like, where's he going to be for Black Panther 2? And he said dead. And at the time, everybody thought he was talking because this was post Infinity War when he was snapped. But now everyone's speculating what the hell he truly meant.
That's ominous as fuck.
Yeah.
That's fucking heavy. That's heavy, man.
So Kyle,
now,
go on.
Speaking of this, when did this take place in the timeline? Because leading up to this, I had heard that it was supposed to take place during the blip, but it doesn't say at all at any point when it is.
This is not blip.
So it just
starts
with him dying.
Yeah, this wasn't the blip because he died of like a mystery disease.
Which is, I mean, I don't know how you kill off that character, but I felt like they really cheapened out with this. This was one of my criticisms. He's so important. They did the thing that, like I said, that they shouldn't do with Leia, where he dies off screen, and it feels hollow.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with that 100% because like he was such a huge part of this film, and while they did like pay a good homage to him a lot, I just felt like it just felt like the whole movie there was just something missing. I mean, it was a good movie, but there was just something missing with that I can't put my finger on it.
Well, there was no closure with them. It was just like I think it would have made more sense if they had done this during the blip. And then you find another way after the events of this movie to kill him off. Like even if it's the same thing, but like I think it would do better for the story in the film to have it take place during the blip because it makes the most sense.
Yeah, I don't know why they spread that I guess rumor around where it was like the movie takes place during the blip. I felt like I read that and it was like confirmed, but I was confused the whole movie. I'm like, this doesn't feel like the blip. It feels like the post blip.
Yeah, I kept going like, okay, when is the reveal that this is the blip? Like the entire time, I'm like, okay, this has got to be it. And then it's like, nope, okay.
I'm pretty sure the whole right from the get go when he was like on his dying table and she was trying to recreate the plant. Like I'm like, oh, this has got to be post blip because why would he have died and then during the blip, right? It just seemed confusing to me. But I'm with you. I actually didn't think about that as a criticism until now. Because I just don't know how you do that the right way. I really...
there really is no right answer. But, like, the way they did it, whatever the best way to do it was, I don't think it was this. The tributes to him throughout the entire time were perfect. Even the Marvel logo being all him.
And silent.
That, I mean, there was not a dry eye in the preview theater that I was at. And it was just, people were a mess. I mean, I cried. I pulled an Evan.
Evan, how many times did you cry tonight on Life Day?
Actually, none. Right. I had to check and see if I was like sick or something when I got home.
He didn't die from some mysterious unknown disease.
Right. No, I've heard rumors that they like had the entire movie written and then he passed away, so they had to rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah, it's probably.
I don't know how much that's true, but
I mean, even if they had the whole movie written and he was like not going to come back till the end, you could just still do the whole movie that way and just not have that part, and then address it. You could have like I don't know. it felt hollow, and I hate to use the word cheap, but it felt a little cheap. He deserved more than that.
Well, since we're talking about his legacy, I'm just going to skip to the post-credit scene, and spoiler alert, but
oh my God,
it's revealed he has a son, which I think was a really nice setup for the future of the character and like his lineage. I think that was really, really good. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting like a groundbreaking mid-credit scene, but I was taken back. I'm like, okay, this is going to work. This is cool.
I kept thinking Tony Stark was going to show up.
Nah.
Because the whole time I was thinking, okay, this is the blip. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm like, okay, it's the blip. So like he's gonna show up because Ironheart's got this suit, and that's when I was like, okay, well that's how we know where we're at in the timeline, was they were gonna do that. And so I kept kind of waiting for that, and I thought it was gonna happen on the bridge. I thought it was gonna happen when she like got the full Power Ranger Ironheart suit. I fucking hate that suit.
Ironheart, me too.
Oh, it was so bad.
I loved
her so bad.
I loved her character, but then when she got in the suit, I just like lost interest in it.
Me too, because her character is cool. Like, I like her
Yeah.
character a lot. I think she'll be able to carry a show for sure, but they gotta redo that suit. It looks like if Disney, not Marvel, if Disney did like an interpretation of Iron Man's suit, like Walt Disney Animation Studio did it. Like it looks terrible.
It's like it looks like somebody remodded like a space Vespa from Boba Fett and made that's the suit that they remade it from.
You know who it reminded me of the most? Do you guys remember Toonami on Cartoon Network?
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that guy.
Oh, like the robot they
showed? The robot host, yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Horrible design.
The worst.
But all right, let's get to probably the most divisive part of this movie for a lot of people, and I'm assuming you guys too. Namor.
Yeah, why'd you like him so much? Like, I can understand why people like him, but I'm just, and like I think he has potential, but there's a lot of things that I'm poking holes with him. Like, it seemed super easy. He seemed super easy to take down versus how godlike he was up until that point.
Well, so two things. First off, I don't think he was that godlike. I think it's people thought he was that godlike.
Okay.
And they kind of blindly followed him because they thought he was something he might not have been. Also, it wasn't that easy. I mean, he really fucked up Wakanda. I mean, he killed. Spoiler alert: he killed. I forget the character's name.
Queen Ramonda.
Queen Ramonda. He kills her, and
he drowned her.
Kind of really fucking like that was brutal to watch.
She kind of died saving Ironheart too, right? If I remember that scene correctly, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like his backstory. I like that he was kind of willing to do whatever that needed to be done for his people, what he thought the right thing to do was, and he felt threatened by the Wakandans, and I dug him. I like the twist of him being like Mayan. I think that's a really cool take on the character.
I would say that like I liked him. I think the actor brought a different element to it and it was interesting. I think that he was a bit underbaked though, just because like I don't know. I was just like waiting. Like this movie was so heavy and rightfully so. Like sometimes you have to have that, but I just kind of wanted a little bit more action. And at the end, like the battle scene just kind of seemed like it was a bit phoned in. I don't know. I just felt like there needed to be like a little bit more buildup. I mean, think about when Thanos rose up to the party on Infinity War, and like the first 10 minutes, he just establishes himself as this fucking badass.
Yeah, but that's a different thing, man. He's the villain of the entire franchise. This is a villain to the Wakandans.
I know. I'm just saying is like Marvel has traditionally not done villains very well. They always kind of feel like I'm not afraid of this dude, you know. And he did kind of get taken out pretty quickly, which was kind of frustrating. But that battle wasn't bad. Like, you know, when he was fighting Shuri, that was kind of a cool battle. But I felt like I wanted a little bit more action, and like I wanted to have him like see what he could a little bit more of what he could do.
I don't think he can do that much. I wish they would have kind of dove into the fact that he's kind of a con man in a way where it's like it's almost like it's a cult and they think he's a god and he's not. I mean, he is a god, but he doesn't have the powers of like a god. You know what I mean? He's not invincible. He can't. He's not Jesus.
Was that the subtle reference then when Shuri and everybody else, the Dora Lodge, when they were like, why is he a different shade and everybody else is blue and like has the breather apparatus on? Because like that was like one line and then they never went back to that. And then,
that's how I took it.
But isn't he like for a mutant though? Isn't he the first official mutant?
Yes, he is. They brought that up in the.
I knew that just wasn't a throwaway line.
Yeah, no, he's a mutant, and that's. I don't know. I love the design. I love the look of the underwater world, whatever the name of it was. And he looked absolutely fucking incredible.
So they were both X-Men references, both the mutant, and why is he different than the others? Interesting. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
It still doesn't
Hey, Tom.
change. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up a good point that you made about this movie. You were kind of saying like you were disappointed with like the ending where Shuri doesn't kill him.
Yes. And
can you talk about that?
It isn't necessarily that she doesn't kill him. I'm okay with the no killing part, right? But it's like she just picks him up, and then 2 seconds later, they're on this ship rising. Hey, everybody stop fighting each other. We're friends now. Oh, I forgive you for killing my mother, the only family I had left, after my brother just tragically died. And it's now I have this weight to bear to lead a whole country when I really technically wasn't ready yet. But you go ahead and be safe over there, Namor. It's just like, come on. Like that just...
She's doing what's the best thing for her people, man. She's not doing what's best for her people was for not everybody to get taken out.
It just feels bad for me, and I get that, but it feels bad for me. I mean, like, would they really get him taken out if she just took Namor to justice and like put him in like a vibranium jail in Wakanda somewhere? Like, it just feels weird how they connected together.
Well, Namor's not a traditional villain.
I know he's not.
So it makes sense that they would kind of do this the way they do. They do villains like this all the time, where they kind of try to fake you out. They did it with Mysterio, where he's a good guy now, and so like they kind of did the opposite of it, where he's like he's a bad guy now, he's a good guy now, and he can come and help when he's needed. I think it opens. It's better than them killing him because now they can use him still.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, could that have been differently though? I mean, I do like how the Queen's death mirrored the King's death from Civil War. Because like kind of the same thing, how the explosion killed him versus like all those water bombs. I mean, I felt the same energy. Obviously, she drowned and the other guy blew up, but still,
yeah.
I don't know. I felt like it just doesn't sit well with me. Like I felt like they hated each other, then all of a sudden on a quick of a dime. And I know this is a comic book movie and this shit happens, but in a 3-hour movie, could you made it a little bit better of a connection? I felt like Shuri went down to see his home, which I thought was, and was it meant to be very dark? Because when I think of like underwater comic characters, obviously I'm comparing Atlantis, which is very vibrant and full of life. So I guess I was a little taken back. Obviously, I don't know this character, so Brad, I'll have to lean on you for that. Is it meant to be that dark, or was that just an MCU choice?
That was an MCU choice. I mean, like, when they show it in the comic books, it's very much just like Atlantis. And I actually even think it was Atlantis in the comics. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, cool.
I haven't read a Namor comic in a while.
That would have been cool.
But he wasn't always, Mayan. That was a unique take for this version of it. But I thought the visuals underwater just looked like stunning. And it actually kind of got me excited for what they can do now with that effect for maybe Avatar 2 not being trash.
You're gonna trigger
that world looks so interesting, and then like he brings the sun to his people, and it like comes down. Like I thought that all that was really really cool, and they kept a lot of the Mayan iconography from that culture. Like that like one random hoop they show that's like attached to the wall. That was like a game they used to play where they'd kick it through the ball. Like the winners got killed and sacrificed to the gods, not the losers, and they would like try to fight and Mayan culture is super cool, man. I know a little bit about it, not a ton, but like the little things they did show were all really accurate to Mayan culture. I dug it. I thought it was really, really cool.
I remember that game from the movie El Dorado. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember that movie, but I don't remember it being about the Mayans. I'm gonna have to go check it out again because
it was
Okay.
loosely, but it's not 100% historically accurate. But that game is in it, and that game is accurate.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. But I'm
That was
gonna
like
have to
one
check
of
it
the
out now.
first like Jeffrey Katzenberg like movies he did after Disney.
It was Shrek and then that, right?
Yeah, basically, and the one with Moses, Prince of Egypt.
That is a fucking awesome movie. I
love that movie. Yeah,
that movie's
same.
so good. That movie's so good.
Awesome. Yep.
Here's the last thing I'll say on Namor, and we'll talk Star Wars. I love the way that the actor acted it. I thought he did a really good job with it. I just don't like how he was written in some parts. That's it.
That's fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I like to me he's my favorite MCU villain since Thanos. I just think he's cool, and I think it's cool they're gonna be able to use him outside of being a villain. I'm glad they didn't do the thing where like a cool villain and they kill him and then you never get to use him again.
Scarlet Witch has entered the chat.
Take care of all that stuff.
She's like
She was an Avenger.
I know, but she was the villain of Doctor Strange too, man. I mean,
she's a villain when she
shit.
decides to be. She's good some days, bad some days.
Isn't her father Magneto?
Yes.
Okay, that's got to come into play at some point, right?
Goddamn right it will.
I'm so excited for the mutants to be part of it. I'm ready for this phase of Marvel to be done.
Yeah, let's go Phase 5. Come on.
Well, I think they're getting away from it because there was no mention of the multiverse. There was no mention of parallel universes, unless I'm misremembering.
What's the next movie? Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah, it'll happen then.
Yeah. Shut up. I always forget about that movie coming out. I'm excited for it. It looks cool, but yeah, I think Kang's design sucks.
He's terrible. It's so bad.
It doesn't
so
translate
bad.
well.
Evan, is this one of the few MCU movies you're going to see in Ant-Man 3?
Oh, no. Definitely not.
Ah,
But that brings up a really good question. I know out of universe, Chadwick has left us, but Black Panther died in universe. They could just go get another one.
Well, Shuri is Black Panther right now, and I'm sure they're just going to wait for him to grow up, their kid to grow up.
Right, but the Chadwick is in another universe somewhere, so just go get another one. Who cares?
Recast him.
Well, right, out of universe, but in the universe, it's he passed away, but there's a billion other ones in a different multiverse, so we'll just go get another one.
Yeah.
So death means nothing. In
the MCU, unless you're Tony Stark for now.
I think they're getting away from that. I think that the multiverse thing was just a door to explore some cool ideas, and there's maybe the next Doctor Strange is going to seal it up for good, and no one's I don't know. I didn't have as many issues with it as you did, Evan, as far as that, but like I get it, and I think it's you. The problem is that once you open that door, anything is possible, and that's annoying.
Yep.
Best part about Black Panther 2, we didn't even talk about it, was when Shuri went to the Ancestor Plane and ran into Killmonger.
Oh my God, Killmonger was so fucking cool.
That was cool as hell.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, that was fun.
He's like, I am related to you, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, hey, cuz. I mean, he was king. He sat on the throne.
Yeah.
I think speaking of MCU villains, he's a great one. I think
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there. He's top 5 for sure.
All right, so that's Black Panther 2. Brad, do you want to talk Andor, or do you want to save that since you haven't seen it yet?
Let's save it because I don't want spoilers if it was actually a good episode.
That's fair.
So I don't want to know what happens.
Did
you see it yet, Tom?
Oh yeah. I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it your favorite?
No. The prison escape episode's actually still my favorite, but this one was This one was jam packed. It's something crazy cool that happened that I can't wait to talk to you about because it was really more the visuals. So you'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
There's some sick character stuff.
Kyle,
what Evan?
This show hasn't ended yet.
Oh, shut up.
Next week's the last episode for this season.
Oh,
so.
Thank God! Bring on Ahsoka.
I would have said the same thing 3 days ago, but now that I saw the new episode, I'm like, why is it ending?
Evan's on board. Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Wow.
Man, dude, that's saying a lot because Evan was with me on this where it was like, I'm done. Like, I forgot it came out.
Hey, Jack, there's no more room on the door. Rose is staying up here.
I don't think
Get the fuck off, people.
I don't think I could suffer through like 5 or 6 episodes to get to the cool one.
Actually, just watch
more than
this
5 or
episode
6.
because the
You had to get
recap
through
of
10.
The recap of episode 11 actually showed a lot of heavy plot points from the show thus far. So if you just want to watch episode 11 and catch the recap, you might be caught up.
Wait, it's on episode 11? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why is there 11 episodes?
Hey, I don't know.
They just
Nobody
decide,
knows.
okay, Andor gets all these episodes, and like they give Obi-Wan like 6. Like,
dude,
fuck.
you are preaching to the fucking choir on this one. It's infuriating. The only thing I can think of is that Obi-Wan was intended to be a movie at one point.
Yes.
And so instead of rewriting it, they just kind of stretched it out. But it is annoying. It's like no one gives a fuck about this character. He's not even the best character in Rogue One. Like,
I agree with that.
I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah,
but
I agree too.
it's just like they should have just made it like a rebellion show and had him sprinkled in here and there and like
that's
keeping
the thing.
tabs on him. But the problem
That's
is
the problem.
you're focusing it all on him, and like no one cares about him. Now, old host of the show, Alex, says this is his favorite Star Wars content ever.
Whoa.
I've seen a lot of those comments from Star Wars fans.
I don't understand it. I really don't.
I see
that
that
either,
too
actually.
all the time.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. People saying like this is the best Star Wars content. I'm like, it is
What are
nothing
you
like
watching?
any other Star Wars content. It is.
I think that's why they like it. But my problem with it is you just whip out the title card and like just change the Imperial logo and that's it. And it's any other generic fucking sci-fi show. There's nothing
Agreed.
about this that feels Star Wars.
That's my big problem with it. Like, and even Rogue One kind of had a little bit of that as well. It just
For people to say that Last Jedi doesn't feel like Star Wars and then praise this show is fucking infuriating. And it's literally the same people. It's the same people that hated Last Jedi. And I've been keeping my eye on people who I know hated The Last Jedi. Christian Harloff, I'm looking at you, who said that he hated worst Star Wars movie ever, hates Last Jedi, and is praising the show as like, this is what Star Wars should be. Hey, guy, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I love and respect you, but Jesus tap dancing Christ, this is not the direction Star Wars should be going.
oh, it definitely shouldn't be. Like, I don't want more of this. I will not be a Star Wars fan, and I love Star Wars.
Their shows
I just don't
like
get how casual fans are getting into this.
But to answer that is actually a criticism that I think some of you have given it, as to where casual fans are getting into this because it could stand on its own and not be a Star Wars show if you change a few things up. Like episode 11 was by far the most Star Warsy Andor thus far, from like start to finish. Yep, from start to finish.
Yeah.
So
cool. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to pull this up, and the second we're done with this, I'm pressing play.
Beautiful.
I'm excited now, which is the first time I've said that about this show.
Can I bring down the mood for a second? I did talk about this on the Fourth Mother Box, but I just want to give it some love and admiration from Jedi Talk. But the comic book world lost a legend this past week, and Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, passed away. So we obviously here pay our respects to him. I know what he meant to Kyle and I. Brad, I know he was part of your upbringing, to a point. Evan, I have no idea if you ever watched Batman the Animated Series or ever anything with Kevin Conroy, but this is a big loss in the DC world and just the comic book world.
I got a few things to say about this. First off, yes, rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. Secondly, I was on Fourth Mother Box a few times. I was making fun of, Kyle being all over his nuts about him being Batman. I totally get why he was a big part of y'all's life. And I got emotional listening to you guys talk about it on the Fourth Mother Box. I was standing at the Buffalo Trace Distillery listening to y'all's waiting in line to get some freaking Blantons. And I was listening to you guys talk about it, and I'm standing there, and it's quiet in Kentucky in the snow, and I'm listening to the cameo they got, and it really fucking hit me. So, rest in peace, man. He was a fucking icon.
I don't think I've personally ever been touched by somebody that I don't even know. This is like this is like Metallica for me in a way. So this is like a big deal, and I was really surprised by like how just heavy I felt all week just thinking about this. You know, this guy that I've never met, but like it was such a big part of our childhood. You know, it's kind of like Jim Cummings in Disney. You know, Jim Cummings is the voice of like our childhood when it comes to Disney animated films. So this is like really, you know, for DC fans and probably like superhero fans alike, it's like the equivalent.
Oh, for sure, man. I was telling Tom about this when I heard about this when this happened the other day, and I was like, he is just, or not even him, like people like him just get so entrenched into who we are as people. And it's something you don't even really realize until they're gone or something like this happens, and you're like, God, man, I loved that dude.
He's authentic. He was authentic. Like, just in that cameo, and Kyle mentioned it on Fourth Mother Box, like, these cameos, they, like, spit out 90 seconds, 2 minutes. You know, if you're lucky. Kevin Conroy did, like, almost 6 full fucking minutes. Just talking.
Yeah.
Giving... He said that was my older brotherly advice in the cameo. Like... And it's just crazy. Like, he's authentic, and he was a part of everybody's childhood who was into Batman one way or another. And yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. You know, he's got connection to our Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill being the voice of the Joker on said animated series. So I know I'm sure it hit Mark, you know, hard too. So life shit is weird.
Are you upset about Kevin Conroy, Molly? I know.
Oh, is that what the growling was?
Yes.
I couldn't tell what that was.
She's mad because I'm not touching her. It's okay. I love you.
Kyle's mom gets the same way with me. Ah!
Whoa.
And we're back. And we're back.
Also, I just want to say that I wish he hadn't given you advice, and I wish he would have jumped off the fucking bridge, Kyle.
You know what? After doing my job, I might as well.
He should have never helped you.
Oh my god. Okay. Guys, what the fuck was up with that Grogu anime short? What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. That should have jumped off a bridge.
Did it come out already?
Yeah.
Yeah, save 3 minutes of your life. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
It's that bad?
It's just like it's like a fan cartoon they made on YouTube or something. Like it was a waste.
No, it's like they took a squirrel with Tourette's syndrome and told him to create a cartoon, and this is what happened.
Yeah. Just don't. Just don't.
Okay. I was kind of curious about it. I thought because it was Studio Ghibli, and they're usually they're very well respected in the anime world. So I really feel like they don't know what the fuck to do with Star Wars now that 10, 11, or 9, 10, 11, or 8, 9, 7, 9. What movies were they? 7, 8, 9? Jesus
Brad,
Christ.
I'll dial 9-1, and if you don't speak in, I'll hit 1 again.
I'm having a stroke. Ever since 7, 8, 9 are gone, they don't know what to do with Star Wars, and it's just like it's very confusing. And I know what not to do. Make a fucking 3-minute short about a character that we all love and literally no one cares about.
Yeah, it's not even canon. It's just the Star Wars version of a Brazers show.
They're just like, why don't you announce a Grogu series and just never fucking make it?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
But
there was some revenge. I almost called it Revenge of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. 40th anniversary Black Series, not in the shitty packaging, carbonized Emperor Royal Guard figure, and a TIE Fighter pilot coming. Pre-order this week, last week. Oh, speaking of pre-orders, guys, Brad knows this. Evan, when I get home, my Selfie Series figure from Hasbro is sitting in a locker at my place. So,
sick.
We get to see what the Selfie Series figures look like.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Are those like where you get to create yourself?
Yes, sir.
As a character?
Yep.
Wow.
I picked the Mandalorian outfit along with my selfie that they took, so we'll see.
Now, Tom, what's the difference between you and this action figure? Nothing. You both don't have a soul. I'll save the joke from Kyle saying it.
Oh, my God. I was going to say the action figure doesn't believe in as many conspiracies as I do, but go on.
Well, that's actually, you know what, Brad, that is a good point. I'm sure both the action figure and Tom don't have a soul. But question, do you actually see the action figure before you get it, or is it a complete surprise?
Complete surprise. All they told me, Brad, hit 9 if you need us to call an ambulance.
I'm muting myself. Hang on. Holy shit.
Well, everybody. I mean, we lost Kevin Conroy and possibly Brad this week. So
let's hope
I'm
we
dead
lost.
too, and I didn't make a cameo for Kyle.
Yeah, you know what? Give us Kevin Conroy back, and you can have Brad.
That's not a fair trade.
Hey, that's a fair trade that I would understand. I'd be pissed, but they'd be like, I'd get to the gates, and they'd be like, they traded you for Kevin Conroy. I'd be like, you know what? That's fair. He's got another mediocre fucking Batman game to do.
Oh, you don't mean that.
Better than Fallen Order.
Whoa.
Okay, watch your fucking mouth.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, I would hold on. I would agree that the Arkham series as a whole is better than Fallen Order, but Fallen Order's not done
one
yet.
Fallen Order game.
I know Fallen Order's not done yet, son. So
Arkham had like 19 ports to a fucking DS. There's a whole bunch of shit. Are you talking about just the three main games?
4. Well, there's 4. Arkham Origins counts.
4. Okay.
That's a good game.
Tom, will you keep this selfie action figure in your pants at all times when you get it?
As soon as I get it, I'm sending it right to your mom's house, so it's in her drawer.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, you know what I'm imagining? The Spaceballs scene when like Dark Helmet is playing with like the Princess Leia one. It's gonna be that, but him and Cal.
Yes.
You're gonna have like Cal making out with your figure. I could see that.
Just making out. You're sassy.
Oh, okay then. Well, maybe you'll round the bases.
And then when I make one, it'll be me and Kylo, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway.
Did you guys see that Mando and Grogu are going to start appearing at Disneyland tomorrow?
Yep,
yeah,
sure
it must
did.
be nice.
Yep. I sure did.
Oh.
I mean, look, Evan, I see your story. As soon as I saw this post, I went straight to your story because I knew you had already shared it with your disgust.
Yep.
I went straight to it. And, like, I wanted to reply to you in it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to tell him on the show. Like, as much as it pains me to not see these characters here at Batuu, like, the fact that we got the Halcyon versus all they're getting are all these characters at their Batuu, I think I'm okay with that.
I'm not sure how much longer we'll have the Halcyon.
Do you really think it's that bad?
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
I do.
Because of the shield?
Dude, for Disney, when you start seeing them price drop, yes, it's that bad.
Wait.
Are they price
drop?
No, I'm saying when they start doing that.
That's never happening.
No. Dude, no chance. They're not going to let this thing fail without trying to save it first.
It's not going to fail.
Is it?
It
failing,
already
though?
Is.
Like,
yes,
do we know
it
for
is.
sure?
Go look at the bookings,
what makes you say that?
The lack of people booking it. The lack of they've come out and said that it's not doing well.
Where'd they say that?
On an earnings call, it was like it failed to meet expectations or something.
Huh. I haven't seen that. So if that's true, I believe if that is true, then yeah, you're right. So I haven't seen that.
I promise you they said it because Holly was asking me about it, and I heard it on a podcast. And I don't remember which one it was, but it was something to the effect of they Disney-fied it. It was like projections were lower than we had anticipated. The demand was lower. Some bullshit corporate word, but it just boils down to the fact that it costs too much fucking money. It's worth the experience is worth the money, but it still costs too much. If it costs half as much, we would have done it twice by now.
Oh yeah.
Clearly, yeah.
So like, that's the only problem with it. There's no problem with the experience itself.
No, not at all.
There's no problem with it. It's just the fact that it is $5,000 for people to do a cruise to nowhere. Truly, the amount of shit you can do with $5,000 in traveling is insane versus the 2 nights you get on the Halcyon.
Oh yeah, how long can you stay at the Grand Floridian or the Polynesian?
You can get on a fucking cruise ship in a suite for 10 days.
Yep, sure can.
With you and your entire 6 people in your family for less than that.
And you can go to Disneyland for half a day.
For half a day?
Yeah.
Dude, you can try. I guarantee you, man, your flights and your hotel to Paris didn't cost $5,000.
Nope, they sure didn't. I think I've said it here before. I paid for my park tickets and hotel stay at Disneyland Paris was $1,600.
Guys, this is my point. For like a week, right?
Yeah, a whole week. I was there a week.
Dude,
I was in Europe for 2 weeks, and I went to 2 countries, and I paid less than that.
Do you know how much fucking rare bourbon I could buy with $5,000? Honestly, not a lot, but it would be something.
Kyle, you want to tell the story on air about when you went to Auschwitz and you stepped in dog shit, so you had to take your shoes off, but then it started to rain when you were leaving, so you took some shoes?
I thought he was going to say he threw his shoes into the pile.
Well, I was alluding to the fact that he took the shoes to put on and walk out with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Curb Your Enthusiasm skit. I'm not like that. Please calm down.
It's for an expose.
It's an expose.
You're canceled. Your whole life is canceled right now.
No, speaking of Curb, I'm so excited. They started filming season 12. I saw it on JB Smooth's Instagram.
Oh,
so
really?
Happy. Yeah.
The thing that made me upset about Kyle's visits to Auschwitz is when they went on the guided tour, the first question he asked was, "Where are the ovens and do they still work?" And I thought that was inappropriate.
Jesus Christ! Where's the Irish or African? Christ.
I will say one thing about that tour that makes us look bad, because like in Europe nobody's really overweight, but there was one overweight person on our tour. I mean, really overweight, and he was from America. And so basically, if you ever want to find an American in Europe, just look for the fattest person in the room.
I am
not surprised.
American.
And the other thing I thought was really inappropriate on your tour, Kyle, and you actually posted this to your Instagram. I thought this was highly inappropriate. They kept talking about how many people died during the Holocaust, and you kept screaming, "Fake news! Didn't happen."
God.
Which I don't condone that, but those were your words.
I did it in a Trump voice too.
Wrong, didn't happen. I told him I said
that
number's too high. It wasn't 6 million. It might have been 2 or 3, but it wasn't 6.
All right, Kyle, do your Trump impression so Brad can tell you it sucks.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not your monkey.
You just got outshined, bitch.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Amy Schumer.
You don't think it's better? I told him, I said, listen, Kyle, you don't know how to do impressions. You don't know what you're doing. You have to do it like this. I told him, I said, it's the only way.
You're telling me this just now?
What?
Like in Trump's voice when he's like, "You're telling me this just now, right now?"
You're telling me this just now, right now. If you're gonna cough, go outside, please. That's my favorite Trump clip of all time.
What would Joe Biden say about my trip to Auschwitz?
He'd say, I went to Australia and I saw the camps. There was no lake. The blob wasn't inflated. The microwaves, they didn't work. My son died at Auschwitz. That's what he would say.
And then he'd fall asleep like Grandpa Simpson. I wore an onion on my belt because that was the style at the time.
It was the style at the time. And
he'd yell at a cloud.
I went to Africa. I saw Germans. What?
Where the hell are we going with this? Are we going to do our top 10 list? Christ. What the fuck? We're never going to get Croy on the show now. Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Big things happening,
anyhow,
by
to
the way.
cycle it all the way back, though, Tom, when you mentioned...
Evan is deeply disturbed right now.
Very much so.
I love when Evan is like such the... Like, there's always one guy on a radio show or like a podcast that always tries to steer it back to the front, and Evan's that person every time.
You're actually saying that's me for once? Usually I'm the one that's like, oh, one more thing. Oh,
No, I'm talking about when like Brad and I or Brad, me and Kyle get off on a tangent, like the the thing we talked about with us. I can't even. I can't. I can't.
But that is funny that you said that about trading Boba Fett for the Halcyon, because we had that exact conversation with people on Batu today.
Did you?
That word for word, that we were like, well, we don't get them, but I'll trade not having them for the Halcyon.
What did the people say to that? Because like I feel like most people hate the Halcyon because they can't afford it. Star Wars explained. I'm looking at you.
Yep. But no, it's the people that have been there. They're like, oh yeah, it's worth that trade. Okay. Not seeing Boba Fett.
That's fair.
So wait, what are they going to drop the price to? Like $4,999?
No, the only thing you'll see happen, and I promise you this is what will happen. You will see annual pass discounts of 20%.
Ooh, hell!
The moment you see that is when you know it's in trouble.
Well, I'm gonna go say my farewell to it then. At 20% discount.
I'll say my farewell to it 6 times.
But that doesn't mean that it's going to go away if they do that. But that just means that they're admitting that they're wrong about pricing.
Right.
That is kind of a bad price because, like, I don't know. I think that's a stretch for most people.
It's a stretch for everybody, dude. It was a stretch for all of us. It was a stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't easy for any of us to go. It's just that we love Star Wars so much. It was a priority. We made it happen.
Exactly.
It wasn't easy.
Yep. That's all that was.
I mean, fuck. It took. I was like, I paid it off. Dude, I had to cash out my Disney old 401k. I wasn't using it.
Brad paid it off in the middle of the Festival of the Arts in Epcot.
That is true.
Yep.
Yeah.
I cashed out crypto to put the down payment on this thing. So it's like we all
Thank
did
God
shit.
you cashed out when you did, son. Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh. I know. I did. I made my crypto investments right because kind of, it was, things were building back better and you can kind of foresee what was going to happen, but
and we'll leave it to the imagination what I did to get that much money.
He was down on OBT, just hooking.
He was in the same brothel that Cassian Andor was.
I told him, I said, Evan, you're going to have to sell your butthole if you want to go to the Halcyon.
There's a deleted scene from the first episode of Andor where Andor goes to get a lap dance from Evan.
Yep. With a happy ending.
Are you dressed as Kylo Ren?
He always is.
Dude, he's dressed up as the first order officer of Vaughn. It's like, I really don't want to do this, but I got to cruise.
What? What the hell's going on? I'm lost. Are we doing our top 10?
Let's move on.
Top 10 ways to make money for the Halcyon.
Number 10.
Sell your
Step
butthole.
1, stretch your jaw muscles out. How
many holes are you going to put on SK? Wait a minute.
Oh.
It's the new droid, FK69.
Next to FK or FK 420.
FCK 69.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kyle, you want to go in the Halcyon yet?
Dude, please.
What?
Please come do the Halcyon. We gotta all do it together.
We'll do it one day.
All 4 of us could fit in the room that we stayed in if we just get a cot for Kyle.
Well, they have
I'll sell my butthole on wherever Evan was selling his. So
okay.
BT.
Yeah. Kyle, we're gonna do a quick top 10. Are we still doing this, guys? You wanna round out today's show with this?
That's up to you guys. We can save it. We can do it now. How long have we been going?
52 minutes.
Oh, that's up to you. I mean, I think we're good. We should save this for another day.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Guys, have any last thoughts today? Then I think that's about it.
No, thanks, Kyle, for coming on, and
I'm happy to ruin your show for you.
It makes mine look way better, so I appreciate that.
Your impression is wrong.
Oh God!
It's terrible.
Oh, God.
That's tremendous.
God, this is terrible. It's actually upsetting. I'm not going to sit here and let a Holocaust denier fucking talk shit about me on my own podcast.
Jesus Christ! How do I mute Brad over here?
This episode is going to get flagged.
It is going to be flagged. Thanks, Brad.
It's all right. It's
quick. Let me play music.
You'll probably get a call from Spotify.
No, not Spotify. Spotify lets the controversial shit go.
What? Can't this just wait till after we get that awesome guest that we keep talking about, and then we can just go down the tubes? I want to get that guest first.
That's a good point. We may have just ruined it.
No.
It's all in jest and good fun, guys. We also make fun of ourselves.
I'm joking. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's the type of guy that would be okay with it.
Well, he's listened. He said he's listened before, so if he's listened before, then he knows what's up.
He's going to know that kind of shit, the fucking constellation. I'm going to ask him about that. I'm sure he knows.
Oh, yeah. He's a part of it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Did I ever, hang on, before we leave, did I ever tell you guys about the part of the books that was the Canto Bight book, where they basically say that parallel universes exist in Star Wars and there's other people from different universes that come here?
Oh, dear God, no.
Oh, so speaking of burning books, then.
Wow.
We're burning that one.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that they shouldn't have opened the door to, but it is in canon.
Hopefully Disney didn't see that.
Hopefully they'll retcon it.
That book is so bad, I don't think anyone gives a shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The Holocaust
for
sure happened.
Jesus Christ. Kyle, do you get any last thoughts? We just have to get we have to get Brad off of this.
I just hope that nobody listens to this podcast.
I didn't hit the misogynistic alarm on Brad once. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Whoa.
No, I'm not going to do it now. That'd be hacky to make you say it now.
Give it a few minutes as we wrap up here. So yeah, that's it. If Evan, if you don't have anything else, I certainly don't. Kyle has fumbled another show, and Brad, take us home.
Thank you guys for listening to the show. We will see you on the next one. Until then, stay safe. Happy holidays. Well, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you before Christmas and all that stuff. May the Force be with you.
Always, and happy Life Day, and good journey.
Rise, Jedi Knight.
Women aren't funny.
Hit it.